Mic test. Mic test. All right, welcome to my first free reading on Twitch. I do have a queue pulled up here, and first on my queue is a collective reading. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the collective reading that I pulled for today. And we have the Ace of Wands. And I do want to go through the queue for today. We do have so far is Light Seeker, and then we have Spiritual Princess and Sora, and also looks like Morphe. All right, I hope my audio is okay. All right, hi Light Seeker. I do have you on the queue for today, coming up second, so I'll have you up in a few minutes. Yeah, thanks for joining. Are you able to hear me? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead with the Ace of Wands. So what I like to do is read from my fairy book. This is a fairy deck I have today. So we'll take a look and read this quick story and our message for today. So, once upon a time, on a warm summer evening, a fairy clan gathered to hear stories told by their elders. The stories were about far away places and strange sights. After the elders went off to sleep, some of the younger fairies decided they wanted to travel and seek new things so that they'd have their own stories to tell. The idea of going off and having adventures delighted them, and they danced with glee to celebrate their decision. To bring back to their enterprise, they crafted a wand representing their strength and resolve from an oak branch. They topped it with a red crystal that appeared to hold a fiery energy with its core, which they said showed their focus, determination, and passion. Finally, they wound 2 feathers around that crystal to bring their wisdom and fortune to their endeavor. After it was finished, they put it in the middle of the fairy ring that their dancing had created. When they returned, they would sit in this very spot surrounded by their clan and tell grand stories of their adventures. And so it was. Years later, the fairies came to call this spot the place of beginnings. Whenever any fairy wanted to start a new venture, they'd sit in the place of beginnings and make their plans. Your message is, you have the need to begin something new. Make a space, either physical or in your mind, to consider a plan. Take an inventory, and do you have the strength, resolve, focus, determination, and the passion that is necessary? Do you have access to the wisdom and resources that are necessary? And do you have a clear picture of your goal? All right, so I think that's a perfect card for today, showing a new beginnings, which is a new beginnings for me, and hopefully for some of you as well. So I'm going to move right into the readings. So up next, give me just a moment. All right, I'm gonna get the deck ready, so I'm gonna mute the mic for a moment. All right, so up next for the reading here, we did pull the Fool card. Let me get it set up for you so we can take a look at it. All right, so I'm very familiar with this card, definitely part of starting over from the beginning, very beginning of the deck, but I'm gonna go ahead and read what we have for this fairy deck for your reading here. All right, the Fool has quite a long story here, but I think I could sum it up here with a message for the Fool would be you're surrounded by choices that will vanish if you become distracted. This is not a time to make a list of pros and cons. Rather, it's a time to have a childlike faith in the yearnings of your heart and follow your dreams, connect with your inner child. So I hope that connects with you. Thank you. I'm going to go on to the next reading. And are you still here, Light Seeker? Was that good for you? Were you able to catch that one for you? We have the Fool card here. All right, thank you. I'm going to move on to the next one. All right, I'm going to go ahead and restart the deck and see who's up next. Yes, Light Seeker 11, that was your card. Sorry if I didn't catch you when you were on. But yes, new beginnings, definitely connect with your inner child. That's what this card's about. Yeah, thank you. All right, I'm gonna move on to, let's see. Looks like we have Spiritual Princess. Not sure if she's on here, if she wants to say hello, but I'm gonna get the deck ready. I'll be back in a moment. All right, thanks for your patience with my stream today. Just trying to get things moving here. So we do have the Devil card, very important card. Usually means that somebody has some internal things that they are definitely working through. So I'm not sure if this resonates with that. So I'm going to go ahead and read what we have for this card. Give me a moment. All right, so this is for Spiritual Princess. I'm going to go ahead and read this. This card has been coming up quite a bit for me in readings, I should say. So let's see. We're going to give a little description here on this one. With his horns, cloven feet, tail, and fiery red wings, the devil, Fae, frolics in a part of the garden that is dangerous for humans. He resembles even more closely than the death Fae his dragon ancestry, for he does represent the most basic of drives and desires. His earring and beaded beard show that he has adorned and altered those fundamental energies. He recognizes them, celebrates them, and controls them. As a fairy, he is connected to the earth and therefore in balance with it, but just barely. It is his nature that he dances on the edge, balancing and playing with boundaries. Humans are so far removed from our fundamental ancestry that we often don't know how to express that part of ourselves, either in society or in our lives. Consequently, we often deny these desires. Because of this repression, our instinctual and sensual desires often show up in ways that are not necessarily good for us, others, or the universe. Another way that this may disconnect us from our basic nature plays out when a certain desire will not only demand satisfaction, but begin to control a person. This can lead to addictions, obsessions, and often unhealthy patterns. Your message: if you are in the devil's garden, your answers will not be easy, but they will be freeing. At some level, something is controlling you, and you are not in control of that part of your life. Identify what that is that holds you in this bondage. Only then can you free yourself. And finally, this fate would tell you not to be afraid of all your desires. Enjoy the ones that you can in ways that are beneficial to you and others. And don't give the destructive ones any foothold in your life. So I think that's a great card. I hope that answered some questions for you. I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next one. All right, so up next we have Sora, the Saiyan. Thank you, Sora. I'll go ahead and pull a card for you. All right, this is for Sora. We do have the Sun, which is a great card to pull, meaning more of new beginnings and opportunities. I'm going to go ahead and see what we have for further explanation on this one. Be right back. All right, I think that's Morphe, looks like. Hope I say that right. If you're on, please say hello, but I'm going to get the deck ready and we'll pull another card. All right, let's see. We have Justice. I do need to reset the deck, so give me a moment. I'm going to reshuffle. All right, thanks for your patience. We do have the card there, the Death card, more along the lines of new beginnings today. Definitely means a transformation point of leaving something behind and moving forward. I definitely want to look at the fairy deck and see if there's anything I can read for you here. I'll be right back. All right, this one does have quite a bit of a story. I'll try to sum it up. A very powerful card. Definitely means that transition period for somebody. So I hope this helps it for you, for me to read this. Means you need to leave something behind and move forward. So the answer you find in the Garden of the Fae of Death is that of acceptance and hope. It is time to accept the passing of something from your life. Pain and sadness and a sense of loss are a part of this experience. Find strength and hope from the knowledge that something else will arrive in your life to ease the pain and sadness and fill the empty space. All right, powerful card for you in your reading. Let me see if I have anyone next on the queue. Do I have anyone in the chat? All right, I'm going to go ahead and mic for a minute and get the deck ready. thank you. Just saw the message there. Looks like we have another butterfly in Korean, Skid Nabi. All right, I'm going to go ahead and shuffle and pull a card for you. If anyone does have a question, you can put it in the chat, but it is not required. I'm just doing a general pull read for you based on your energy. But go ahead and put a question if you'd like. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the deck. All right, beautiful card, which is the Wheel of Fortune. Great card. Means you definitely have opportunities that are coming your way. I'd love to read what the fairy deck has on this one. This picture is the front cover page, so it is one of the, I'd say, most powerful cards in this deck as far as the visuals on it. It's really pretty. All right, let me go ahead and get that. I'll be right back. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and find it here. And if you wanted to send something a link that is actually valid, you could try to whisper that to me, but it will deactivate any links here. Hello, welcome in. If you'd like to join the queue, you can go ahead and join. All right, let me find the interpretation here for the Wheel of Fortune. Give me just a moment. All right, so for this one, your answer isn't so much about what is happening to you now, but rather about how you face what is happening. See all the challenges as opportunities. Look for spiritual lessons as you experience sadness. Remember to experience gratitude through your joys. The more you learn to do this, the less traumatically you will be affected with each turning of the wheel. All right, hope that helped for you. All right, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next one. All right, that's a great card to pull. Hope that gave you, hope that resonated with you. I'm gonna move on to the next cue. Okay, so it looks like we have new beans. Up next, go ahead and I'm going to shuffle and pull a card. And if you have a question, you can type it, but it is not required. Just doing a quick one card pull for you, but it's gonna take me a moment to get this shuffled and reset. Okay, I do see that you whispered it. Let me check that and let me shuffle and I'll be right back. Okay, I did get the message and I'm gonna shuffle and see what comes up for you, okay? All right, we do have the Hermit. Let me get it set up and give you some information on it. All right, I recently pulled this in a reading for myself, so I'm familiar definitely with this card. This is a solo type of card, something representing somebody who's going internal, spending time alone, um, seeking some solitude. So I would say, in response to that question, this definitely would be, I'd say, not a good opportunity or time for that. Just as far as what this card is saying is the Hermit is alone and solo, but we're definitely going to read this and see what the message is. The Hermit wants you to collect everything you think you know and spend some time alone with it. Compare it to the wisdom in your heart and to your current experiences. It is a challenge to hold on to what you believe while knowing that your understanding will constantly change. Release what doesn't work, keep what does, and continually recreate your own belief system within yourself. So yeah, that's definitely a great pull. Go internal, go with that inner guidance that you would have on what you think, what you know would be the best step forward. All right, hope that helps for you. All right, let me see if I have any other. Thank you everyone for coming today. Let me check that. Gotcha. If there's anything I can clarify, let me know. But definitely, this would be somewhere where you'd want to go in internal and think about what is best for you moving forward. Yeah. But yeah, thank you for letting me read for you today. And let me see if there's anyone else in the queue. All right. Thank you so much. All right. I would love if anyone can follow. I will stay on for a few more minutes, and I appreciate you all. All right, I will be resetting the queue after today, and I'm on every Friday at 12 for 10 free readings. I also have bookings as well. All my links are there, and I had a great time. Thank you all. Serena, I see joined the queue, so I'll go ahead and stay on for that. All right, Serena, let me know if you can hear me. I see a question. How long? I have been reading tarot about 5 years now, and I've been on Twitch though only about a month. Okay, cool. All right, Serena, do you have a question? It is not required. I'm just doing quick one card polls, but if you do have a question, you can type it in chat or you can use the whisper feature if you don't want anyone else to see it. But I'm gonna shuffle and go on mute for a few minutes to get the deck ready, okay? All right, I love Serena's question. Whatever the universe needs to tell me, so that's what I will ask for you. It'll take me just a minute to get the deck ready, and then we'll have a card. So I promise I shuffled, but we did get a repeat card. Let me fix it. Hold on. Sorry, I'm working on my camera views. But yes, the Hermit, we did just have this in a poll, but I think this is a relevant card, and I did shuffle for you. And the universe wants you to know that you need to spend some time going internal, spending some time and some solitude, learning from your experiences. But I do want to read also from the fairy deck to give you a little bit of that view as well. But great card, and give me just a sec. Does that resonate at all, Serena? All right, so for the Hermit, we'll go ahead and read this. I think it's a great story. When we happen upon the circle of mushrooms in the fairy garden, we have found an abandoned fairy ring. We would do well to look closely and see if it is truly deserted or if the hermit is there, lurking quietly in the shadows. Although a loner by nature, he does not entirely shun the company of his kind, or even that of humans. In spite of his rather cute appearance, this fairy is on a serious quest. He seeks self-knowledge. His walking stick, which also serves as a wand, represents his will. His humble attire is decorated by 2 bright buttons, signifying his desire to find what he seeks. The light he carries contains the knowledge he has acquired thus far. He sometimes uses the light to help others who may be on the same path find their way as well. He visits empty fairy rings because he can sense the energy that remains after his kind have left. He can examine, quiet and alone, the knowledge and wisdom that they have left behind. The hermit prefers to do this on his own, so he can compare the collective social beliefs to those that reside in his own heart. Although he is on a quest, it is different from most quests because he does not expect an end. This quest is a lifelong journey. With each step he takes and each experience he has, his understanding changes. Notice his ragged, loosely stitched cap. What he thinks and believes is constantly pieced together as time and new knowledge change what he thinks. Your message. The hermit wants you to collect everything you think you know and spend some time alone with it. Compare it to the wisdom in your heart and to your current experiences. It is a challenge to hold on to what you believe while knowing that your understanding will constantly change. Release what doesn't work, keep what does, and continually recreate your own belief system. All right. Hope that resonates for you, Serena Zapata. All right, let me go ahead and check to see if anyone's on the next queue. And I'd love to hear from Serena if she's still on here, if she was able to hear her reading. All right, I do have an empty queue. Thank you everyone for joining. I'm going to go ahead and share my links and stay on a few more minutes, but I will be heading off in a few. Be back on Friday at 12. Thank you. All right, Tiffany, say hello. Say hi. All right, you said no? Okay. All right, great idea. I'm going to go ahead and do one more, and we'll see what the universe has for all of us. And I'll be right back. I'm going to get the deck ready. All right, so we have the priest card. We've gotten mostly the major arcana cards today. So I'm going to go ahead and look up which is number 5, the priest, and we'll get this set up with a message. All right, let's see what the fairies have to say. Oop, my mic just almost fell. Okay. Like the priestess, this fae is a shaman. Like her, he connects himself to the earth in the deepest way by wearing a similar garb and sitting on an ancient stone throne and allowing his wings to vine in the earth itself. The difference between these two shamans is significant. She closes her eyes and focuses inward and listens quietly to the ancient wisdom of birds and tells us to look inward and find out our truth in our center. In this way, hers is a shamanism embodied of feminine energy, but the priest, however, shows us a more masculine variation of shamanism. With his eyes open, he views the world through the eyes of his knowledge. He holds his orb with one hand while gesturing with the other, indicating a desire to manifest change into the world. His headpiece sports branches rather than wisdom coming inward, as with the priestess. The priest roots himself into the earth, letting the wisdom branch outward. The priestess has an inner knowledge that we know is intuition, a way of knowing that we cannot always explain. However, the priest is interested in formalizing ancient wisdom in a way that can be expressed and more easily shared with people. In human terms, he is both the sum of human knowledge and the way in which we pass that knowledge to future generations. In short, he is a teacher. I think that's a great message. This has a sum up of this message. All right, your message. When we are in the priest's garden, be prepared to apply yourself and learn something new. Your answer is to be found by dedicating yourself to a program of study of some sort. It may be furthering your formal education, deepening your spirituality, or learning a brand new idea or practice. Whatever it is, it will require a commitment and work on your part. The knowledge you seek is available to you, but you must find the right teacher. Or perhaps it is time for you to be a teacher or something else. All right, I just think that's a great card for everyone to have the masculine energy of the priest and do and have action behind their intentions, not just thoughts, but action. So I think that's a great card. Thank you for that suggestion. All right, awesome. Well, thank you all. I'm going to go ahead and move ahead. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate your saying I predicted the future. Hopefully for everyone, we manifest all that we'd like. But I'm going to head off, and thank you all for joining.